Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Discover Your Intuitive Self. And my name is Brenda Reading. How are we all doing tonight? At least it's tonight where I live. Anyways, we are back together again. I'm so happy for that. And we will be talking about clairsentience tonight, which is the French term for clear feeling. Just a couple of questions for you all. So, have you ever walked into a room and right away you can sense a different vibe or a strange vibration in the room that doesn't feel like how you're feeling? Or maybe you just have a feeling in your gut about a situation or someone or something that's, going on. Or maybe you've experienced goosebumps and for no reason. You just all of a sudden you're filled with goosebumps. We as humans are constantly interacting with the energy that is all around us. So this reaction and these senses that you're feeling, they're centered in your second chakra, the sacral chakra, which is located in the pelvic area right below your navel. So anyways, this is where our emotions about things reside. So you may be experiencing clairsentience if, for instance, you have a sudden change in your mood or your feelings or your emotions. Or maybe you can feel the emotions of other people in your own body. I have to tell you a story with that. So this was probably about 19, 20 years ago. And my husband and I, we had taken a trip to Massachusetts and Boston, that area. And we were going sightseeing, and we were going to this historical site. And we had gotten there, and we just started walking around the building and going in the different rooms. And we didn't realize that there was a tour that we were supposed to stand in line for. We just started like poking our noses around, and so we're going in the different rooms. And we walked into this one room. And as soon as I walked in, and this is before I really knew what was going on with myself and that I was, really aware of the different psychic senses that I was developing and that I was beginning to become aware about. So I walk into this room, and all of a sudden to me, the air felt so dense and so heavy. And I just had, all of a sudden, I was in my gut, I was afraid. I just was filled with this fear and just this negativity, and I could feel all of these terrible emotions. And I just looked to my husband, I turned to him and I said, honey, I think somebody died in here, right? It's terrible. I feel terrible. I was fine until I walked into this room, and I just feel terrible. And so, we left the room and found the beginning of the tour line where we were supposed to be. And we went through the tour. And when the tour guide got us to that room, he told us that, in effect, a woman had been, kept captive there and that she'd been tortured and murdered. So I was really surprised that I had all these feelings, knowing in my gut that something terrible had happened there, and I had no prior knowledge of it. So, this is an example of clairsentience. Now, everything about those feelings, often they are feelings that aren't, quite right with how you feel, but they can also be positive feelings. Like I remember sitting in the chair at my son's house holding my granddaughter. She's now 7, but she was tiny at the time. And I could just feel the vibration of her in my arms. And, she's 7, and they're saying that the children that have, been born the last 5 to 10 years, they're coming in at a much higher vibration. They're coming in vibrating higher already, that they won't have to learn a lot of the things that we did. Good for them, right? But it was a wonderful feeling. I could feel this just loving, higher vibrating being holding her in my arms. So it's not always a bad sensation. So let's just talk about being empathic, okay? So being empathic is being able to sense the emotions of others, right? Which is just like what we're talking about, using your clairsentience. And Judith Orloff, she's an MD. She's written a very good book. It's called The Empathic Survival Guide. And she talks about 3 different empaths. Physical empaths that are attuned to the physical symptoms attuned to the physical symptoms of other people. Emotional empaths, where you pick up on mostly other people's emotions. And intuitive empaths, which fits right into what we're talking about, which is experiencing extraordinary perceptions. She breaks it down into several different empaths, okay? Telepathic empaths, where you know information about others in the present time. Precognitive empath, which is a fancy term for premonitions about the future. A dream empath, information from dreams, which we talked about the other day as part of it being clairvoyance. A mediumship empath, who can access spirits on the other side, which we will do a whole section on mediumship in the weeks to come. And I will have some guest hosts come on that are very good psychic mediums, and that will be so much fun. Earth empaths, changes in the planet, weather, and solar system, which tomorrow night I will tell you a little bit about some of the things that happen to me when there's different changes in the planet. And then animal empaths, where people can tune into animals for communication with them. And a lot people say that the animals use their clairsentience, their feelings, a lot in using their gut feelings in their communication. So one of the things that I also want to talk about is a way to practice your clairsentience. One good thing is psychometry. And we all leave our energetic footprint, because we're all vibration, on objects that we interact with. And jewelry is great for this exercise, especially pieces that are worn a lot by other people. So what you can do on your own, and this would be a good exercise for you to just, try this if you've never tried it, is you take a piece of jewelry from someone that's passed on, and you can ask one of your friends for, a piece of jewelry, and you sit in the quiet, and you hold the object in your hand, and you just get very aware of what you're feeling, okay? And you'll be surprised at what you can glean from that object, from the vibration that's left. It tells you a lot about the person that actually had the object. So what I'd like to do now is a quick exercise just to get you to feel more aware of your surroundings around you. So let's just sit for a minute and close your eyes. And take a slow, deep breath in and release it out. And once again, and relax. And I want you to notice the air in the room where you are. Just notice the air around you. Is it still? Is it drafty? Can you feel a little bit of the air in the room around you? What's the temperature of the air? Is it warm? Is it cool? Just notice the air around you in the room. Good. Now I'd like you to take your attention to your skin, right? Let's just feel your skin on your body. How does your shirt, your blouse, your sweater feel against the skin on your body? How does that feel? Is it soft? Is it itchy? Is it comforting? Just notice how your clothes feel against your skin on your body. Now move your attention down to your feet. And if you're wearing socks, how do your socks feel on your feet? Are they soft? Are they tight? Do they make your feet warm? Think about that for a minute. Just notice how you feel in your feet. And now I'm going to ask you to think about the word blanket. Think about the word blanket. How does it make you feel? And where do you feel it in your body? Is it comforting? Is it warm? Is it soft? And now you can just open your eyes and just think about how it feels to be in your body. Because one of the things about clairsentience is you have to start to pay attention to how things make you feel, okay? And not just if it's good or bad, but the different sensations around your body, in your body, your emotions, all that type of thing. And one of the things that you can do that's a good exercise is, and this is something that I do every morning, is when I'm in the shower, I say a prayer in the shower. And you can, talk to whoever it is that you want to talk to, the God of your understanding. And when you're doing that, the water is so cleansing, yes, but it's so calming, but water is a great conductor of energy. And so while you're saying that prayer, okay, you are raising actually the vibration in your body while you're doing the prayer. And the water is washing things away, okay? So something I'd like you to do before you come back tomorrow night at 8:15 here, Eastern Standard Time, we're live again for our 15 minutes, is I would like you to get a chance, do that prayer in the shower and see how you feel. And also, as you're going about your day tomorrow, see how you feel when you enter different rooms. See how you feel just sitting in your chair, drinking your coffee. See how different being around different people make you feel, listening to different programs, different sights outside. Just be super aware of your feelings. And tomorrow night, we will take a caller, and I'll have another story for you about different things that are going on as far as, and how to make a decision based on your gut instinct, okay? It'd be a very important thing to know, because you already know what's for your highest and best, okay? Your body already knows, your higher self already knows. So I would once again like to thank A1R Psychic Radio for bringing you to me. Check out my Facebook page, Brenda Reading, Spiritual Healer, Medium, and Teacher. And I will see you tomorrow night at 8:15. Thank you and good night.